Get ready for an unfiltered dose of reality straight from the streets. Introducing the Ask a Cop podcast on YouTube. Join Daryl Triplett, a seasoned 30-year vet, and Jeff Blair, a no-nonsense 14-year vet, as they dive deep into law enforcement. They're here to break down barriers and answer your burning questions. Curious? Visit askacop.live. Ask a Cop every Thursday at 8 p.m. Subscribe now at askacop.live. It's time to Ask a Cop.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
I'm back.
Yeah, I've been back. He's back.
I'm back.
My name is Daryl Triplett.
And I am Jeff.
I'm Jeff. And we're with the Ask a Cop show. And we get a chance to call up and you can ask a cop anything that you want. We have a live chat that's going on and you can chat it in. We'll answer it. You can call up. We'll answer it. Whatever.
We'll answer it.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
But if you can believe it or not, this is the 15th
episode. Wow, we've been just 15.
Nah, you're about 13.
I was 13. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't go to work. I don't come to the
You're about 13.
But I had to take that vacation. That vacation was
I bet it was well deserved. Yeah. And one thing about it, Joe, I'm gonna tell you now, you've got fans, bro, because they were calling in. They were saying, "Where is Jeff?" I was like, "Who the fuck am I? I'm somebody too. Shoot,
I'm just chopped liver. I'm just Daryl.
Yeah.
Like, Daryl, shut up. Where's Jeff?
Just
get Jeff back.
What you can do is get Jeff on the line. Is what you can do.
Yes, that's
so,
important.
Folks, we're back here again, episode 15, if you can believe it or not. Episode 15 with the Ask a Cop show. Like I said, this show is designed for you, not for us. It's for you. To call up and be able to ask a cop anything that you want. Like I said, just believe me when I tell you how you get it, how you give it is how you're gonna get it back.
Yes, sir.
So we're very respectful on the show. We love you guys calling in, ask a question. We're gonna have our little drink. Our producers forgot our cigars in the humidor, so I don't know if we'll have any cigars today. But if we did have cigars, most of you know, we'll be sitting back. Lighting them up and then just enjoying the show and enjoying life. And just enjoying life,
Most definitely.
So there's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going on in the world.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that I've always looked in this camera and told you guys, and something that I will always continue to echo is cops are human too.
Yeah.
We are fallible. We make mistakes. We are not perfect. And with that being said, brings us to our topic today of mental health under the badge and handling persons under the influence.
And that is a big topic. Like both of them together. Like Tripp said, police officers are human. You have to deal with your personal shit, and you have to come to work and deal with everybody else's bullshit.
Right.
And that's heavy. That weighs a big toll on you after a while. And the shit doesn't stop. When you go back home, you still got to deal with the same shit.
You got to deal with the wife. You got to deal with the kids. You got to deal with everybody else.
Yeah. So this is a big topic, guys.
It is a big topic, and it's something. So you guys sit back, pour up a drink. Cheers, folks. Cheers, Jeff. Glad you're back to work. So this is going to be a hot topic, folks. So we're going to get into that. And you're going to see some videos today that, frankly, you've probably never seen before, because when the producer showed it to me, I was like, oh, snap. I was like, oh, yes, this has got to go in there. So we're going to talk a bit about mental health. So thank you guys for joining. But always, as usual, people keep saying crime is down, but yet again,
no.
I've got 4 more other officers who've lost their lives in the line of duty. And at this point of the show, we will pay tribute to these officers for 1 minute, as we will always do, and have 1 minute of silence starting now. Okay, folks. So we will always, 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 always pay tribute to our fallen comrades because this job is truly an unforgiving job. Most jobs, you have a bad day, you know, you get the
You go home,
you go
pet
home,
the dog, you know,
shake that shit off.
shake it off, take a shower.
Right. This job here, you have a bad day.
It's life or death.
And it's life or death. So we will never forget that on this show, and we take it very seriously to the men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that you and I may walk around with our head in the clouds and continue to shop at, you know, Saks Fifth Avenue or wherever you shop at.
Hey, I see.
What happened? What happened?
Thank you for welcoming me back.
Oh, yeah. Jeff's back.
Jeff's
everyone.
back.
Yes, Jeff is back, people.
We gotta blow the comments up. I can't read it from here.
You can't read them from here? Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. I see them now.
Yeah, I can see them. I can see them.
So, so we're going to always pay tribute to our fallen comrades. And, you know, it just pisses me off, man. And we've talked about this. Mm. It pisses me off when, you know, I don't like to bring Republican, Democrat onto the show too much, but it pisses me off when you have one side of the fence saying that, oh, crime is down. But yet you continue to see crime is not down. You can't even go to the freaking grocery store, to a gas station to pump gas without risking a shot or something like that.
Did you hear about the guy the other day? The lady was just walking into the Gwinnett County Police Department, and she had her 2 kids with her, and the guy walked in behind her, shot her in the head.
Oh, that's what that standoff was.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he had a bulletproof vest on, I heard.
Yeah, he had. They end up exchanging gunfire with him in the parking lot. So crime, like in this motherfucker, there was no motive. You know, there wasn't able. Well, as of right now,
did he not know the woman?
They don't know. They don't know yet. I was telling my sister, we was talking about it, and I was like, you know, it could have been, you know, she's about to go file a report on him, or you know, who knows? But
you don't know.
But that shit was already premeditated because this motherfucker got armor on.
Right.
So like Daryl was saying, you know, crime is not down. You got people doing the dumbest shit every day, and then you have our officers still coming to work every day, still willing to do what they have to do to keep you safe, and it bears a burden, and that burden is their mental health.
And exactly why this is a great segue into what we're talking about, folks, because who polices the police when the police needs help? You know, so that's a big thing. Everybody, I want everybody to like and subscribe to the channel. Everybody share the link, please. Everybody share the link. Everybody get on in here. Everybody get on in. Everybody share the link. And we're going to go on and get started here. But we have a good show lined up for you today. Again, we're going to talk about mental health.
Yes, we do.
And we got a couple of videos we got to show you guys and all the good stuff. So believe me when I tell you, you guys are going to enjoy this show here. So, but first, before we get to that, you already know what time it is. We are going to take a, well, let's see here. Do we do, are we up for a commercial or are we up for trivia? Which one are we up to, producer?
I think we should go.
I want to give some people some time to get on here.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Commercial.
Let's go. Okay. Yeah, let's go to a quick commercial, pay some bills. Let's talk to our buddies over at Tallman Pools who support the show, because without Tallman Pools, I don't know that there would even be a show around here. Because trust me, Tallman Pool really supports this show. Shout out to Ed Tallman over at Tallman Pools. If you guys need a pool done, installed, made, they make them from scratch. You don't believe me? Watch the commercial. We'll be right back.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pools sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art, meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craft.
Meets
Quality.
craftsmanship.
Oh, I thought
folks.
quality.
Craftsmanship. Okay, folks, we're back. Welcome to the Ask a Cop Show. And we are going to get started with our first round of trivia today. You guys already know what time it is. Once you answer the trivia questions, the first one who answers them right gets a free t-shirt. Now, also the two people who won last week, you guys forfeited your t-shirts because our producer said they did not get an email from you guys. So the two people who were on last week who won, I'll extend a one-time courtesy to you that if you want the t-shirts still, then please email the producers at info@askacop.live, and then we'll extend the deadline a little bit for you. I'm not going to do that all the times. So, but on to the trivia questions. We got some good trivia questions for you. On to the questions.
All right. Let's see. This first question.
All right.
Who is responsible for issuing Amber Alerts?
Oh.
You know, when your phone goes off, or some child gets kidnapped, and if you got an iPhone, scares the shit out of you if you're trying to sleep.
Especially at 3 o'clock in the morning.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, God damn it, wait, somebody go get that kid. You know, I'm trying to sleep. I got to go work 5 o'clock in the morning. Just kidding, y'all. But who is responsible for issuing Amber Alerts? A, the National Weather Service. B, local law enforcement agencies in coordination with the state and federal authorities. And C, the Department of Education.
Oh, that's good ones. Which one do y'all think?
Correct? Which one's correct, guys?
Which one do y'all think?
Give out the
question.
We're coming.
We just did. Question is, who's responsible for issuing an Amber Alert? Amber Alerts. A, the National Weather Service. B, local law enforcement agencies in coordination with the state and federal authorities. Or C, the Department of Education. Which one do you guys think? A, B, or C? All right, y'all get those answers in there. Someone said B.
B.
Someone said B. We got B in the house. We got Ramsey. It says B. We got A. Desiree. Hey, Desiree.
What else we got?
West Mag says yes. What are you saying yes to, West Mag?
Still a fan. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you. Salute.
Who said B?
Yeah, West Mag says B. West Mag says B. Desiree says she's still a fan, even though you were on vacation for a while.
I know. Thank you. I'm back.
All right, we got an A, we got B, we got a C.
We got
West
a
Mag says C. Department of Education. Okay, let's see here. All right.
They just winged that one because Jesus Christ. Okay.
I don't know about that one. Jesus
they
Christ.
just winged that one.
Bunch of damn teachers. Just
Maybe they're not in the country. I don't know. Some teachers will be like, I'm glad the ass going.
Okay. All right. Come on, everybody. Like and subscribe. Share that link. Okay. Let me get a drum roll, please.
What's the answer, folks?
Next, the answer is survey says
B. Answer is B. You couldn't get that.
Correct answer is B.
Except the West Mag guy.
Yep. Who was our first correct answer there, producer? Correct answer. And the winner of this round is, oh my God, apparently
who is that?
B. Shirley.
No, son. That's what he said. B, comma, Shirley. You know, Shirley. It should have been Shirley first, but anyway, their name is, I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I see. You know what? The more of these I have, the more I'll get it together. B. Shirley. Okay, so be sure to stick around and stay to the end of the show. And at the end of the trivia, we're going to tell you how to get that your prize. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one.
Next question.
I'll take that.
You'll take that.
No. You take that.
Yeah, I'll take that one. You take that.
I'll take the next one. Yeah.
All right. Which stand-up comedy show has Daryl Triplett performed in? So if you guys didn't know, this is Officer Keep It Rizziel. Rizziel bitches. All right. Which stand-up comedy show has Daryl Triplett performed in? The Laugh Factory. A, The Laugh Factory. B, various comedy clubs, including his own stand-up special in his backyard. And C, the Comedy Store. Which one, guys?
Y'all better Google me.
Which stand-up comedy show has Daryl Triplett performed in? You performed in a few of them, but anyway, sorry. A, the Laugh Factory. B, various comedy clubs, including his own stand-up special. And C, the Comedy Store. What do you get for the comedy?
How well do y'all know me then? Huh? Okay, Lucy says B.
Let's see, B.
Lucy says B.
Okay.
And I can't pronounce it. Who's the first one that said B again?
She said B. He or her, him or her.
He or her said B.
Said B.
B. Okay.
I guess they again. Okay, we got you.
Ramsey said C.
Okay.
Someone says B. I don't got no A's in here.
They got no A's.
What? I'm too sorry for the Laugh Factory or something.
So that's a real place, the Laugh Factory?
Yeah, the Laugh Factory.
Where's that at? Where's that located?
It's all over.
Oh, it's just different locations.
Yeah, different locations.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a big, like a New York type deal.
Yeah, no.
We got more B's.
B.
B's.
Well, let me tell you all a little something about this here.
Tell us something.
All right, let me tell you a little. Many of you know I've been a cop for over 30 years. And I absolutely, what we will find out today in this segment is police officers have to have something to do. Someone said A, okay. Police officers have to have something to do other than police work to keep your mind together.
And to pay your bills because they don't.
Well, and to pay your bills, right? But to me, I found refuge in comedy, and so that's what started the whole Officer Keep It Real, and that's what started my whole journey with comedy some 13 years ago. And so yeah, and that's all I'll tell you about that. And
all right, so we got
the
correct answer is, what is the answer? What's the answer?
Correct answer is
B.
Correct answer is
correct answer is B.
I don't know who got that right, but whoever it is,
I believe
pretty freaking smart.
It's the same person. B again.
Oh shit! So wait a minute. Does he get? We ain't never had nobody win twice. What? Does he get 2 T-shirts? Or do you just want
email us and we'll see? You know, we'll
if you want something, 1 or 2. Damn, how he get? Come on, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all got to
twice. Y'all better get rid of it.
All right. Next question. That's on you. This was on you. All right.
Okay. All right. This is a good one. This is about Jeff.
Jeff.
Fair. Just to keep it fair.
Lucy also said B. Okay.
Yes, fair.
All right. Well, Lucy, email Lynn.
I'll tell you what. Well, to be fair, okay, I think to be fair, because he was the winner of it. If he wants another T-shirt, we'll send him 2. Okay.
Yes.
And it will also send the next one up, which is who? Lucy
in the sky with diamonds.
Yeah. Lucy, you're gonna win a T-shirt also because you were second runner-up also. Okay. So to be fair, I don't think we've ever had. I don't think we've ever had win twice like that. So yeah. Thank you guys, and we're gonna be fair too. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go with this one.
Yeah.
This is about Jeff.
Hey, who's that? Caca. Hey.
Corker. Maybe.
Cocker.
What nonsense? Never mind. Okay.
Cancel.
Once again.
HBO, we just got you. Well, you just leave it, motherfuckers.
Okay. What is the heaviest amount of weights Jeff has ever bench pressed? First off, now, you know what? I wish someone would have asked me that question, okay? I could
know the answer.
A cup of coffee.
Bench press those donuts.
Okay. Number A. They always get on me about saying number A. Yeah. It's letter A.
That's that country shit.
That's that
from
country
Ohio,
shit.
though.
Yeah. Okay. Letter A, 315 pounds. Letter B, 405 pounds. Yeah, in his dreams.
No, I was.
Letter C, 350 pounds. Yeah, maybe it's head. Which answer do you think is correct out there, people?
A, B, or C? Come on, give us.
Come on, A, B, or
some
C.
good
Which
answers.
one? I'll read it one more time. What's the heaviest amount of weights
Jeff, we love you.
has
Love you guys
ever
too.
bench pressed? Letter A, 315 pounds. Letter B, 405 pounds. Letter C, 350 pounds. Now, y'all tell me.
Give me some answers.
Give us
guys.
some answers. Ramsey, what do you think?
Ramsey said B.
Okay, all right. Ramsey said B. Gallagher says A.
We got an A and we got a B.
Muffy, what do you say?
Who's that? Muffy just said hello.
Oh, Muffy says hello. Well, hello, Muffy, and answer the question. What's the heaviest amount of weight you think Jeff has ever bench pressed? 315 pounds.
Now keep in mind. Well, when we said this is one reps, this is a max, right? So you take it off the rack, you just hit it one time, and then you put it back. All right. So this is just a max.
Okay. A, 315 pounds. B, 405 pounds. C, 350 pounds. Okay, we got a lot of B's. Desiree says C. Thank you, Desiree.
Thank you. We got a C. Okay. All right. C.
All right. Come on, people. Everybody like and share. We're up to 2,485 streams right now. 2,485.
Muffy says C.
Muffy says C.
All right.
Okay.
Well, here we go.
All right. The correct answer is, someone says A, 315 pounds.
A. Okay.
I'm with Gallagher. I don't even think it was that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
all right, drum roll, please.
Ask somebody.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Hold on, before we go there, how do we verify this shit? Whatever.
Oh,
okay.
You should have the video.
Yeah, you should have the fucking video. That's the only way I believe whatever you say. Okay? Drum roll, please.
The answer is B.
405 pounds, my ass.
My highest max ever was 405.
No, bullshit.
405. That's on my mama. 405.
Son, I'll bring a fucking weight set in here right now with 405 pounds.
That means I can lift you. Yes. That's exactly what that means.
No, that would be two of me.
Two of you.
Yes. Almost.
Yes.
So, okay, so 405 was your max. Now that's just taking it off the bench.
Take it off. And you got to.
Are you laying down or are you standing up?
No, motherfucker, it's a bench press. So you're laying down.
Okay, well, you act like I live in a fucking gym.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't know what a bench press is.
I do know what a bench press is.
You're laying down flat.
Okay.
You lay down flat, and then you got a spotter. And
one or two spotters. So that one spotter should be able to lift the 405 pounds in case.
They should be able to at least get it away from your face and get from up under it.
Okay. All right.
Right. So you lay it flat, you take it off the rack, come down, touch your chest, back up. Hey, rack. That's max.
I can do that.
You do that one time.
I can do that.
315, man. We used to work out with 315. We used to do 3 sets of 10 with 315. I mean, that's just how it was. That's honestly, that's on your ass. Desert.
Whatever.
Don't be mad, big boy.
No, whatever.
Big boy.
Okay. All right. So 405 pounds was the correct answer. Who was our winner?
Ramsey.
Was it Ramsey?
Ramsey.
Oh, shit. Ramsey. All right.
Ramsey was first.
Ramsey was first with the letter B. Ramsey, I would love to know what made you guess or think 405 pounds, because I would have never fucking guessed that.
Yes, Ali, it's been a while. Thank you.
Yeah, I would have never guessed 405 pounds.
I guess they're looking at, kind of what they see, even though I'm a little chunky right now.
I mean, you're a lot chunky right now.
A little chunky right now, but
that's the good life. That's the good life.
Yeah,
cheers, people. Cheers. You guys pour it up, drink it up here real quick, and enjoy the show with us. We're getting on into it. Okay,
so let's go.
Now,
mental health.
No. You're doing it all wrong, son. You're doing it all wrong. Man, that's that 405 pounds worth of air in his brains.
I'm just getting back, and I'm excited.
Okay, so
Douglas County Sheriff's Office has released some surveillance video of the moment.
Hold on, stop that. Go back up to the first one. No. Hold on. Go back up to. I got it. We're going to do this one here.
Walk over here.
Okay, so let me set the stage for you guys on this here. Everybody thinks that shootings are just so, exciting because of what you see on TV, all this other good stuff.
That's just not exciting.
And I can tell you right now, it is not exciting. It is not something that we want to do. It is something that we hate to do, and it's something that I'm telling you right now is a very scary situation. And what you're going to see in this right here confirms that you've got to have a strong mental psyche going into this. Now, Jeff's never seen this before, and I believe the producers have, but no, you'll see it right now. Okay, we've shortened this video down a lot from where it was. It was like a 20-minute video, and the producers told me they shortened it down some. So go ahead and roll the tape, producer. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully.
Get your hands up. Walk over here. Don't move. Hey.
Thank you, Rob.
Get on the ground. Roll over. Roll over.
Roll over, baby. Are you still fighting, huh?
You better quit. You better quit. Why are you running?
What?
Why are you running?
Because Mom told me to.
Because I won't.
What's your name?
No, because Mom told me.
Oh.
Because Mom told me.
Is that a kid?
Now watch this.
Roll over.
Is that bitch gonna pull a gun?
Roll over. One detained. Roll over. Roll over and give me your hand.
Stop saying. Right now, she's calling him every type of N-word there is right now. This is a black deputy in a very small county somewhere. I don't even know if this is in Georgia or not. I don't think so. But this is a very small county. It takes backup forever to get to you. And whatever call that he had to detain this woman on, of course, this is where we're at right now. She's fighting him and calling him the N-word and all this other stuff. And then next what happens is you're going to hear something. I want you to listen. So basically, this is a deputy who's on a call of some type, and this woman takes off running from him. He tackles the woman, tries to get her in handcuffs to detain her, and she's fighting him and calling him all types of N-words right now. Go ahead and roll the video. Listen to what happens next.
Ouch!
Somebody's shooting at them.
Give me help. Shots fired. Give me help. I've got a guy with a gun. Give me some help. Shots fired.
We got him, Justin. Shots fired. Shots fired.
You better show me your hands. Step out and show me your hands. Do it now. Do it now. Get the out here. You drop that thing. Walk over here. Walk over here. Do it now. Get out here. Get the on the ground. Get away from there. Get the on the ground.
That's right there, you black. You have up.
You shut the up.
100 SPAs will have a unit
Get your
route.
name out my Get your hands down my throat.
Shut the up.
Wait till you get
Shut up. I've got him on the ground at gunpoint. I don't know what he did with it, but he's on the ground.
my mom's disabled.
Jesus. Hold it together, man. Hold it together. Hold it together, man. Come here. Hold it together, man. Hold it together. Hold it together. Look at me. Hold it together. Give me that gun. Give me your gun. Give me your gun. Give me your gun, sir. Give me your gun. I'm with the ambulance service. Give me your gun. Give me your gun. Let go of it. Let go of it. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Shut the up. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. I got it. I got it under control. You just calm down, man. Don't move. Easy, buddy. Easy, man. Calm down. It's okay, buddy. We got this under control. We got your back, man. Don't worry about it.
Just give him a gun.
You shut the up.
You shut the
You steadily call him
It's
racial names.
all under control. Don! Watch yourself. Okay, I need you over here now. I got him, Todd, over here now. Easy.
Okay, hold it for 1 second. So for y'all who are just catching up here, it was some type of call that this officer went on. When he gets there, this white female takes off running. Desiree asks if she's pregnant. I think she is pregnant at the time. I believe so. I can't confirm or deny, but it looks like it to me. And as this officer is going to chase her and try to get her in handcuffs, she starts fighting. And he's fighting. Out of nowhere, someone from that trailer that's right in front of them starts shooting at the officers. He stands up, he returns fire to the trailer, has a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So much that the medic,
The EMT had to take his
the
gun.
medic had to take his gun and hold this clown at gunpoint while he goes through his episodes. So this is real, folks.
Yes.
This is real. This is real life. We're human. Bless him.
When bullets start flying, and probably in his head, he's
Oh yeah.
he's like, yo, what the fuck? I could have just
I just got killed.
And but at that time, once the shit hits the fan, that's reality hits, and
that's what this officer just realized, that
he realized,
you know what, hey,
real.
you know, and he's having a panic attack and he's losing it a little bit, so much to where the medic was like, hey buddy, give me your gun.
Give me your gun.
And
I'm
the
the
medic
medic
takes the gun and he points it at the gun guy, tell him don't move. All the while this woman on the ground still yelling racial slurs at this guy. Go ahead and play the video.
It's okay. It's just a stressful situation. It's okay. We got your back.
That medic
okay.
does a fantastic.
Todd,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I got it. I'm
got it.
okay. I swear.
You good, man.
Keep your hands up.
he got back in the game.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Now here comes his backup, I believe, and over there on the other side.
Yeah, but you can see him still on the ground up top there. He's probably hit. They put some rounds.
They
out
put some
range.
rounds. They did.
Yeah, they did. He's probably hit. That's why he's probably not shooting no more. Like, damn, what was I thinking? What were you thinking?
3458. I'm coming up to you. Where you at in relation to Robin's house? Let's move in about 34.
You better keep your hands where I can see them. You best not move.
Oh, you're right. I have not seen this. This is a good example of having to fight through.
Keep your hands up. He's right there.
You know, because I bet you any amount of money. He's like, yo, I just want to get out of here.
He's done. No. He holds his weapon and then he walks off and they get him help and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But folks, like I said, when I tell you that this is something serious here, it is something serious. This mental health thing, when it comes to dealing with high stress situations, which we do all the time.
All the time.
We do it all the time. And most of the time, we're able to hold it together.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man.
Sometimes you got to step away and just let it out.
Yeah. And that's what happened with this poor guy. I mean, he just freaking lost it.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't just for nothing. I mean, this guy could have lost his life right there. Yeah.
He got shot at. Yeah.
So, you know, again, guys, if we try, you love the channel, you love Ask Cop Show, if you support Okay, are we back?
Should be.
Okay, we are back, people. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Technical difficulties. This is live.
Yeah,
This is what y'all wanted. This is what we're gonna give you. So,
we are back.
yes. So what I was saying was that this officer just loses it, man. And he's no punk for doing that or nothing like that. I mean, that's a really, I don't know if y'all really have bullets zing by y'all face and head and stuff like that.
Some of y'all asses have, but most of y'all probably haven't. But it will change your perspective.
It'll change your perspective, and it will. The pressure will get to you.
Yes.
So cheers to that guy, and I'm glad he made it through it, and I'm glad he didn't get hurt, and I'm glad that he got back in the fight.
He did.
He got back in the fight, and that was the most important thing.
Yes.
Okay.
He was able to get back in, recognize it, and get back to
Have
it.
you ever had a point in your career to where you had a mental breakdown?
Almost. And I was going to talk about it here once I saw the topic. And one of the hardest things that I had to deal with in my career, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 2017, I believe, 16 or 17, and it was an accident. And we were one of the first. We were close to I-20, so we were one of the first ones to get there. And we get there, and this lady had ran into the back of this 18-wheeler, I believe.
Oh, Lord.
And she had a kid in the passenger seat. And when we got there, the kid's head and the back of the chair was completely gone. Like this kid was decapitated by the accident.
Oh, my God. His whole head was
his head was gone. Yep. And when we got there, like I said, we were the first to get there. One of the officers that was with us, he got up to the car first, and all I remember hearing him scream was, "Holy shit!" And then he walked away from the car. We run up to the car. It was at night, so we shine our lights in the car. And the mom, she's passed out. She's driving, and this kid head is completely gone.
Oh my God!
And nobody wanted to take him out the car. Nobody wanted to touch him. EMS came. But we end up having, of course, call GSP to come. They had to work this, and we had to pull this kid out the car. He probably was 5 or 6 years old.
Jesus.
And that stays with me.
Yeah, that's some
years ago.
Listen, you can't unsee that.
You can't unsee that.
You can't unsee that, and you wonder why cops turn to alcohol and drugs, and most of the time cops end up eating their own guns, or they're shooting themselves and suicide and stuff like that. The amount of stress that we see and go through on a daily basis is like no other job out there.
Yeah,
it's like no other job out there. So with that being said, in the video that you just seen, I love that. I hated that guy had to go through that, but that gives you a real close up and personal look at what us as cops have to go through
every day,
every single day.
And the thing about it is, like, a part of the job, like, there's no script to this shit.
No,
like, you could go to work and have breakfast, and you and your coworkers are laughing and cutting up, and then that call comes out, and you have no idea that some shits are really about to go down. Right. Like somebody's about to get hurt.
That's right.
Like once again, I think I talked about this before. I'll never forget that morning we got to work. I think it was our Friday. We got to work, and there was like 500 police cars on Tara Boulevard at the Quick Trip, and we like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And we get where we pull in there. We like, yo, what's going on? And they like, yo, we had a shooting. This kid just killed a police officer, and we hunting for him.
It's a police dog.
A police dog.
But you're still a police officer.
He's still a police officer. And we go to the police station. We do what we got to do. We have our quick roll call. And they had a command center out, so we're taking commands from, I believe, the sheriff's office at that time, or the PD at that time, because they're looking for this kid. So, lo and behold, fast forward, we passed by this kid. You remember, we stopped.
I do.
You was coming. You were coming this way. We were coming this way. We stopped in the middle of the street, and this kid literally was right here in these bushes, and we stopped there like 3 times. This kid could have came out any time and just started shooting.
Yep.
When he finally got up, SWAT came in like a couple hours later. That's when he found him in the bushes. And I'm sitting here like, Trip, we passed these fucking bushes like fucking 10 times.
Right.
I remember the police department, Clay County Police Department, was standing there powwowing,
Right.
but no one never knew that this fucking kid was sitting here
Right
in the bushes.
there in the bushes, right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So shit like that, like you just never know as an officer. So when the shit really pop off, and you're not used to, certain police officers have certain levels of training, right?
That's right.
And so that guy, I'm not saying he was like a rookie or some shit like that, but I'm just saying, that shit really got his heart rate up, and his body just couldn't handle that stress at that time. And that happens. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing shameful about
There's
that.
nothing shameful about that. But when we talk about going home, see, like I said, most of you guys get the clock out, go home, and the only thing you got to do is just, cuss out your supervisor in your head or to your spouse. But that officer y'all saw in that video, he has to take that shit home and deal with that.
Yep. And hopefully he got some type of
Family or support.
Yeah, other support brackets or some type of counseling from the department or something like that.
But think about this. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine going home, you in that situation and you panic? You probably a rookie officer, you panic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you go home?
Man, I mean, that's the golden question right there. Hopefully you have a support system at home. Hopefully you have a wife, kids that you can go home and hug.
Somebody, mom, dad.
But I remember my first
fellow officers
traumatic situation, and I probably wasn't maybe a month or two out of the academy, and it wasn't a shots fired call. It was a very nasty fight we were involved in, and it started off as a domestic, and one of the officers ended up getting punched in the face, and anyway. This fight got really nasty, and this guy was resisting. This guy was an Army guy. He wasn't going down, and we were all out, knuckle dragging, fighting with this guy here. I mean, there's blood everywhere. There's blood all on our uniforms and stuff like that. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it really looked bad on the police's end. Yeah. But this guy was fucking us up inside.
Yeah, he was
fucking us
PCP.
up. He was knocking cops out left and right until one of the officers yelled out, "Fucking shoot him!" And that's the only thing that got his mind right. Shit. He was whooping our asses in that doggone house. I'll tell you that right now. Now, when he came out that house, you would think that we whooped his ass, but no. The reality of it is this guy really whooped our ass in that house. Now. What was so traumatic for me was that was my first all-in brawl like that.
Yeah.
And I swore to God I was going to jail. I was like, I'm going to jail.
I'm going to jail.
You go to jail. You go to jail. You go to jail.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro. Hey, listen. I know what you some of y'all may say, you punk. You call me whatever you want to call me. Let me tell you something. I swore to God, I was like, my sergeant came up to me. I was like this.
I'm sorry.
Go easy. And I can remember when they told me, they were like, dude, we didn't do nothing wrong. This is our job. This is what we do.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't us fighting with this guy and it was John Q. Public fighting with this guy, then what?
He probably would have fucked them up.
Yeah. So he's like, if he did this to us, imagine what he would do to his wife in there. He would have killed her.
Oh, yeah.
If we wouldn't have intervened. So after that, and the medics giving me oxygen for about 20 minutes, because I swear to God, I thought our asses was going to the clink. I'm telling you now.
But that's how it is, y'all. Like it's one of those things, and I can tell you, like, we have more officers in here. Hey Dennis, hey, how you doing, brother? If we have more officers in here to share their story, pull up Desiree's comment right there. Desiree says, so many officers, firefighters, paramedics are ex-vets. Most have PTSD. I can imagine seeing half the things you all see. What resources does the department offer to keep mental stability? And that is such a good comment, Desiree. Thank you. Because most departments do offer mental health counseling.
They do.
It come with it. So it's mental health counseling, and they make sure that you're good. You have to talk to them a certain amount of times, back and forth to that person, make sure you're okay. But most officers that are in those situations, I will say the department will rally for that officer. In a given situation like that, they will rally for that officer.
And we talked about this last week on episode 14 that this is the reason why when you're involved in an officer involved shooting situation, a lot of times we send the officer to the hospital because that gives you, that's right. It gets the press out your face. It gets certain, he
gets drug tested.
Right. You get drug tested. You get all that other good stuff to make sure you're good to go. And more importantly, gives you time to gather your thoughts, call your FOP representative, and really get your things in chronological order of what happened. Because I'll guarantee you, if you talk to that officer that we just seen the video on,
he's not going to know.
He's not going to know. I mean, he's barely controlling his bladder.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything out of him.
Yeah, he's barely controlling his bladder at that time. So Desiree, to answer your question, the department does offer us psychologists to come out to the scene. They do let us go talk to psychologists before we turn to work and stuff like that.
Yes. And they have to sign off saying that based on my evaluation of this person,
that he's fit for duty.
That he's fit for duty.
Right.
Until that happens, he cannot go back to work. Now pull up Zarina. Zarina Robinson there. Pull up Zarina. Zarina says they definitely don't pay you guys enough for the shit that y'all go through.
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct.
And I'm going to say, yes, I agree. But
Zarina, let me tell you this. I want to answer something. So you are so right with that statement, and God knows you're right. God bless you. When we go and raise our hand and we take an oath of office to do this job, every officer knows what he or she is being paid at that time. We do it for the love of really, at least I can speak for me, for the love of our community, for the love of trying to help better our community. And if not me, then who? They say each one teach one. And this was the best position I thought in my young career that I thought that I could help and really make a difference instead of sitting back, bitching about it and stuff like that and this, that, and the other, and really get in there and make a change. So yeah, you're right. It does not pay enough, but I'll tell you another caveat. I don't know if these motherfuckers could pay me enough to lose my life.
I'll say that shit again. One more time. Say it for the people in the back, a little louder.
I don't know if these motherfuckers could pay me enough to lose my life.
Come on.
I don't care if you pay me $200, $300, $400 an hour. It ain't worth my damn life. So no cop.
Hey, wait. I'll take 4 and just,
4?
400,000?
For your life?
Well, wait,
how are you going to spend it?
No. What I'm saying is, no, man. Just
give me that damn
producer.
No more whooper for him.
Take 2.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, folks, there is no amount of money. All these officers that we have given tribute to on our show,
yes.
If we could rewind it and bring it back, there is no amount of money that you could offer these guys to have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Pull up. What is that? Engine? Okay, there we go. So they said, what training do police officers receive to handle mental health crises without using force? That's a good question. That's a really good question. And the answer to that is, so let me think. Give me a second. Let me think.
I got it.
I believe the answer to that is when it comes to de-escalation training.
Yeah, de-escalation training.
De-escalation training, community policing training. Just off the top of my head, those two classes, especially the de-escalation.
One more. And so remember also last week we did shoot, don't shoot, right? We did the scenario on shoot, don't shoot. That's another part of our training that help us determine whether or not to use deadly force or not use deadly force. Yeah. So when you're talking about handling the mental health, now I want to tell you this here. Who said that? Engine. I want to tell you this, Engine. just because your mental health does not give you a pass.
Yeah.
I'll say that again. Let me explain to you why I say that, buddy, or young lady. I don't know who you are, man or woman, but just because your mental health does not give you a pass on a use of force, deadly force situation. So if you're having a mental crisis and you grab a knife and you come towards me with a knife, or you pick up a gun because you're having a mental breakdown and you point the gun in my direction, that doesn't give you a pass.
And then I gotta let you go.
You're gonna still get the business.
Gotta let you go.
Okay? You're gonna still get the business. Now, we're talking about everything other than you being able to inflict serious physical bodily harm on me or a third individual.
Yeah.
If you're having a mental crisis and you are just breaking down and just shouting and screaming and maybe even knocking things over and things like that, that's different. You know, hey, I'm gonna try to talk to you in a nice, calm
But
voice.
you know, this goes back to Sandra Massey.
It does.
It does. When us as officers are dealing with someone that's having a mental health crisis, listen, we are so injured. To go back to what you're saying now, the training that we have with dealing with other people with mental health issues, yes, in our de-escalation training, when they talk about people that are having mental health breakdowns. And in that, the first thing that we're trained is to recognize that shit. And when we talk about it, even the Sandra Massey case, we go back to her. As soon as they opened the door, I could tell that she was going through
something going on.
a mental health, because they was asking her questions and it just wasn't connecting the dots. And I go back, me and my sergeant, me and him went to a call. He was my sergeant at the time. And we was dealing with a young lady. At first, we could not tell that she was going through a mental health crisis. But a few more sentences and paragraphs, we could tell. And I hit him with yeah, bro, she's 24. Yep, she is. Cool. So we had to step back, cool out, make her feel comfortable. Because if we're sitting here with our chests out and we're being these big, bad, 10-foot tall ass policemen, all she's gonna do is freak the fuck out even more.
Bring up Robinson.
So we have to bring that back. So we do train on that. But sometimes, once again, when an officer is in the heat of the moment, sometimes they can hold that training, and sometimes you can't. So Zarina Williams says, how long is the training they give you? And do you feel like it's sufficient enough to stay calm when put in that situation? So the de-escalation class is about 2 hours, so about a 2-hour class.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think
every situation is different, Zarina.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough training.
Yeah.
But what the state mandates is, they're getting us through there in herds as far as shut that, please. In herds as far as getting these classes graduated and stuff like that. But when you're looking at it as people ask me all the time, what makes a great cop? I get this question all the time, and we're going to get to these next questions also, Mickey and Ramsey. We're getting to your questions next. What makes a good cop? And I say simply being a good person. If you're a good person, you have empathy and stuff like that, that makes a wonderful cop. That makes a wonderful cop, because then you will have empathy when you're out there on the streets. But yes, to answer your question, it's never enough training, and you don't know how you're going to react until you're into that situation. Bring up
now Ramsey. Wait. Ramsey says, did you ask Ramsey real quick? Ramsey says, what's the most significant challenge in enforcing laws?
Hold on. Yeah, let me do Mickey first real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Bring up Mickey. Okay, Mickey says, Georgia has crisis intervention training for dealing with people with mental health issues. That's the correct answer to this question. Well, yeah, they do have a crisis, and they're trying to pass some type of laws to make that more readily available 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that you better have a lot of these crisis intervention people on standby, because if you mix crisis intervention in the wrong situation and it turns deadly force,
Producer, pull up Lucy.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty bad.
But here's also the kicker. When it comes to law enforcement, you go through FTO, even as a rookie officer, you go through FTO training. And FTO training is field training, and then the O stands for officer. But when you are working with someone who like an elder in the business, right?
Like me.
And when you see him deal with someone
like me,
like elder over here, when you see someone deal with someone is going through a mental health crisis, that also teaches you how to deal with that person. Now, our training, once again, we can't be content because we can't afford to be. Right. We still have to be on guard because, once again, somebody going through a mental health crisis will pull a gun or a knife just as fast as the next fucking person. So we still can't let our guard down. But like he said, we still have to be human enough to be soft enough to deal with this person, but also be cognitive enough to still understand that they still have the capacity to hurt us.
I always look at it that could be my mother, my sister, my brother, my son, daughter, anything like that. And I tell people all the time, I was like, buddy, you're young enough to be my son, right? You look just like my son, so, but I always look at it in that aspect, in that ratio. We had a horrible situation. The outcome to that situation that Jeff was talking about with the guy who shot the police dog was that was a use of deadly force situation.
Yes.
And this kid's life was ended. And this kid looked like my kids. Mm-hmm. And as he's laying there, and I'm looking at this kid dead.
We're looking at him. It's like,
and I'm like, oh my God. And that was a mental mind trip for me because I was like, this young man looks like my kid. Mm-hmm. And it just is a mental mind trip. So, okay.
So Lucy says, Lucy said, the hospital I work, that I work at, see a lot of people with mental health issues. The officers treat it case by case.
Absolutely.
As it should, as they should, because they are case by case. Once again, you might have somebody who having the mental health issues and they just refuse to calm down, refuse to listen to anything, refuse to just be here. And then you have some of them that are cognitive enough to be able to listen and do what we're asking them to do and understand why we're here and that we are trying to help them.
That's right.
So that's it. Pull up Robinson for me.
We got 4,447 of you on streams right now. I want all 4,447 of you, please like the channel. Please subscribe to the channel right now, please. Please, it's very important. So that way you're informed when we come back.
All right, okay, so here we go. So we have this. So we have two because we got to get Mickey too. But let me read Robinson first.
Okay.
So how do you two keep yourselves from bringing work home with you, or what things do you do to release the energy off of you? So Trip come home and he eats, as you can tell. He says, you know what? Just make me a plate. Fuck them people. I'm just eating. Fuck it. Fuck them all.
Where's my fried chicken?
Where's my fried chicken and watermelon? I'm just eating. Okay. Honestly,
that's a good question,
most of our avenues, for me, because she asked for us specifically. So for me, you have to ask for yourself. I was just kidding about him eating, but probably not. But for me, it's working out, right? It's either running or working out or just, kind of just releasing that energy, right? But then after a while, it comes to a point where there is an understanding what I have to deal with. So when you are an officer and you do have your head on straight, you can deal with it a little better. It's not like every officer can't hold the shit in the road.
Correct.
But when you can, you hold the shit in the road, you come home, you deal with it. Shit, I remember sometimes, I remember one time I got into a car chase. Mm-hmm. And my daughter had called me. So she's on FaceTime. I got my phone on a little phone holder. And she's like, Dad, what you doing? What you doing? And so I see this person speed by. So my radar goes off. I'm like, damn. So hold on, baby. So I go behind this person, flip the blue lights. I hear her in my ear. I got my ear pod on just like this. I hear in my ear. And I'm chasing this person. And my daughter's talking to me at the same time. I'm trying to talk to dispatch. Dispatch, they're not stopping. And my daughter's talking. And I'm like, Ronnie, shut the hell up. But, my lights are on. So the cameras were, going on. So I'm like, be quiet. And she's like, what's going on? I can't see. I'm like, be quiet. Dispatch, she just turned here. And So me coming home, I'm at the dinner table, right? Some shifts I get off, and my daughter will ask me, Dad, what kind of calls you had tonight?
Oh, wow.
What happened? Or after the car chase that she witnessed, and I'm done, and she will not hang up. Right?
Yeah,
She's still on. I get in there like an hour later, right? And she's still on the phone.
Yeah, but that is a good, healthy release for you. Though.
It is a good, healthy release. Right. But every officer doesn't have that.
Right.
You have some officers going to an empty apartment with a blow up mattress and a bottle of lotion.
Blow up doll.
Well, shit, sometimes that too.
With the blow up mattress.
With the blow up mattress.
In the bottle of lotion.
Pull up Mickey for me there. Wait. Okay. Well, what do you want to say?
No. I was just going to say, so my stress relief is, I've got 10 children, and I don't know if that's stress relief or not. Sometimes I'd rather go chase bad guys.
Hey, Kate.
But my stress release is comedy and my home life. I love my kids. I love my family life, and we have a great time, and that's a big stress reliever for me.
Okay. Yeah.
What's next now?
All right. So, Mickey, Ramsey, what's the most significant challenge? We already had that one. Yeah. Mickey Johnson. We did answer it.
What's the most significant challenges in law enforcement and maintaining order? Oh, we didn't answer that.
I thought we did.
No, we did not. So I would say public perception of how they perceive police. And because, listen, a lot of times, just like when I was a rookie coming out of that house, if you're just walking by the street and you see us bring this guy out this house and this guy's face is lumped up like we hit him with a baseball bat, you're going to have a very bad perception of the police. But what you don't know is that this guy just kicked 6 or 7 of our asses in there. So I think the way that we handle that,
we got to get Mickey and Kate.
We cannot just prejudge on what we just see right there. We have to have the whole story.
Well, how about I take that question really quick, and I'm gonna keep it quick.
Right,
go. I really want Mickey. I really want Kate. The most significant challenge in enforcing laws and maintaining order. The most significant challenge is the relationship that we try to build with people.
Yeah.
There's a big ass scene. A fight just went on, and we're telling people to please get back. Please get back. If you have built a really good relationship with that community where you are, right? They're gonna do what you say. They're gonna say, "Hey, okay, we know that's player or that's Trip. Y'all go ahead and back up." And they'll start telling everybody else to.
And we've had them say that.
Oh yeah, we have.
No, these two cops is cool. They're cool.
Y'all back up. Let them do their thing.
Right.
And sometimes that happens. So I will go back to community policing.
Right. Yes.
When you build a relationship with the community where you work, they will respect you. But if you're a dick, if you're an asshole in the community where you work, the people will they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
Pull up, go back down and see if we can pull up Mickey real quick. All right, Mickey. Mickey says CIT, Crisis Intervention Training, is a 40-hour certification course for dealing with people experiencing mental health issues and is required by most departments. Why don't you know this? And that's a good question because when we talk about who we are regulated by, which is a GIPSIC, that Georgia, class, right. Georgia Department, you can say I can't remember. Georgia Post. Mickey, I agree with you. That should be a 40-hour class. It should be something, not only just a 40-hour class, but it should be a part of a curriculum that's a continuation through the year, right? It should be a continuation. So I agree with you.
Well, he's saying it's a 40-hour class, but I don't remember taking no 40-hour damn.
No, we ain't never took 40-hour shit.
Damn
but what Mickey Johnson is saying is, yes, we should know that we should have access to that information. And I agree. I wholeheartedly agree that police should be trained so much more. Go to Kate. Kate had a really good question, and I didn't want to go over this question. Kate, this is a really good question because this question is so tied to the physical awareness, physical fitness, and how an officer takes care of themselves in order to continue to do the job mentally and physically. Kate says, how do you prioritize physical fitness and self-care? So as we see, it is not that prioritized.
It is prioritized.
Yeah. It's not. But
it is very much prioritized.
But it is an important deal because not only is it not. Now I tell you, even though that keg is on the front of his body, I've seen him drop several people, and I was surprised. I seen him chase a 17-year-old kid. He didn't catch him. He was on his ass. Why
are you fat shaming me? Why are you fat shaming me on national television?
I identify as a fat guy.
I identify as a muscle-bound, gonna lift 405-pound guy. Yeah. I'm trans muscle.
I'm glad you do that. That's a good one. That motherfucker is trans muscle, son.
But
yes. It is important for officers to prioritize that because once again, the sharpness, the awareness, all of that comes from how well an officer can take care of his body.
That's right.
And it is what it is. Can we pull up Lucy? Pull up Lucy real quick.
Let's make Lucy the last one, and we got to get to our syllabus.
All right, we got to get to it. All right. All first responders
need
an outlet.
Thank you for these questions.
All first responders need an outlet to relieve stress. Right. If not, unfortunately, we'll have mental health breakdowns. Exactly. It happens too often to y'all think that it's hard for officers to ask for help. Now, I will say for some officers,
I would say 90%. It's hard to difficult hard to ask for help because we're supposed to be the macho tough guys that are unbreakable. And what's true. And when you realize that is not true, that it is okay to feel a certain type of way,
you should ask for help. Like that officer in that video. That officer in that video, yes, like, bro, we gotta put the ego to the side. We gotta put the pride to the side. This is where he said trans muscle. He's trans muscle.
I'm trans. I identify as a muscle bound motherfucker.
Yes. Okay, it just dropped. Like it does this in the evening, but in the daytime,
right? It's all muscle. It's all six pack in here, baby. That's all it is.
It's all of that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, all right. Let's go to you guys are firing these questions off today.
Yes, they are. We got to get them. All of them so good.
Okay.
Let's hit the syllabus while we can before they fire off another good question.
I know. Yeah. All right. So let's get to this here real quick. Now, mental health. I'll take the first one. Mental health under the badge and handling persons under the influence. The purpose of this slide is to introduce the presentation and it sets the theme. This addresses the dual roles that officers find themselves in dealing with their own mental health and managing those under the influence, standard of conduct. Police officers are expected to maintain a professionalism and demonstrate empathy. There's that word again. Empathy and adhere to ethical guidelines, even in challenging situations. Okay. Number 2, go ahead.
Slide 2. Content. Overview of this presentation topics, mental health among police officers, standardized procedures for handling those under the influence is relevant in law enforcement. Standards of conduct. Officers must exhibit respect, protect human rights, and act without discrimination with the interaction with individuals, regardless of their mental state and substance use. So what that means, somebody had asked earlier about how we deal with other individuals that, we got another really good comment right here. I am so sorry, y'all.
What you bring it up?
Bring that one up. We have, I'm almost certain that this is fuck you. I think this is fuck you, but I'm on Wolford, but
that does not say F you.
Okay, my bad. Far Q, right?
Far Q.
I had the Donald Trump fingers. Far Q. All right. Physical fitness is incredibly important, and prioritized self-care is essential. Take care of your physical health directly contributes to improving your mental well-being, helping you feel strong.
Very true.
That is very, very true. That's very true. And so back to this comment here, officers must exhibit respect, protecting human rights, and acting without discrimination when interacting with individuals, regardless of their mental state and substance abuse, which means we can't just treat people like shit because they losing their mind.
That's right. Absolutely not.
We know right now we could kick this nigga we could kick his ass in the ditch and leave him there and pull off, right? We could do that, but we can't do that. We can't do that. We have to.
They're just want our shot at NBC.
Sorry, NBC.
We'll try again next year.
Bring the whooper. But what that says, really, we cannot discriminate against anybody, no matter who it is, what they're doing. We have to keep a level of professionalism in dealing with individuals.
Right.
All right, slide 3, mental health challenges.
Okay, mental health challenges. The content details common mental health issues among officers, such as PTSD. See, listen, this isn't rocket scientist. You see, it keeps hitting back on the same stuff again. Yeah. So you know we're not bullshitting you around, okay? PTSD, anxiety, and stress due to high risk, the nature of the work. That's what we're seeing this officer go through.
Every day.
This is what we're seeing the officer go through.
Every day, yes.
Okay?
And y'all saw it firsthand. Could you guys imagine? And if you saw that video, if you didn't see the video, I hope we can roll it back. I hope we have the other video of that officer. I really want to play that video.
Oh, we do have that officer.
That was really having that motherfucker was having a real breakdown. But the black officer who y'all heard him hyperventilating to the point I could guarantee you he was rethinking all type of life in his head. Like I heard a bullet whiz past my face. That could have fucking been me.
Yeah.
And you never in the type of situation like that.
Yep.
And you're just like,
yeah, and you're gonna lose it. You don't know what you're gonna do. I hear some of the tough guys out there. Yeah, I'll fucking do this. You don't know what you're gonna do in a time like that. Trust me.
Yes.
Standards of conduct. Police officers are encouraged to seek mental health support when needed. Again, a lot of us are macho with that macho bullshit, and we don't get help, and that's how we end up killing ourselves and eating our own guns and stuff like that.
They can't do it. That next one, showing strength and vulnerability. That right there is that's the tough part. Somebody asked earlier, how do we ask for help? That's how we ask for help. Showing strength in that vulnerability. But some officers can't do it.
But okay, so listen. The officer that we just seen on the video, and if you hadn't watched the video, you missed it, go back and just watch the show and you'll see the video. The only thing that we're only taught in our whole career is never give up your gun.
Never give up your gun.
Never give up your gun.
And stay in the fight.
Yes. And that officer.
And he did.
And he gave up his gun because he knew.
Well, that when we say don't give up your gun, that's to the criminal. But he gave up his gun to a healthcare professional.
That's right.
That was helping him get through this crisis at that time.
That's right. Through this mental crisis. And he did the right thing.
Got back in the fight.
He did the right thing. He did relinquish his weapon because he didn't want to accidentally hurt anybody going through this mental crisis that he was going through. Okay, so vulnerability is the big one, and ensuring that to remain fit for duty and protect themselves for the public.
Mm-hmm. Now, all right. So somebody asked us about this: training and standardized procedures. Training and standardized procedures. Discuss the importance of crisis and who was that?
I said about the 4 hours.
Yes. Was that
I don't remember who it was, but yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember. But he just said this.
Mm-hmm.
They just said this. Producer, if you can go back and find who that was that mentioned CIT. Discussing the importance of crisis intervention team, CIT training, which teaches officers to de-escalate. Mickey Johnson, that's right. Mickey Johnson, if you're still watching, brother, you just said this, right? It teaches officers de-escalation situations involving people and mental health crisis. Now, for us, I know you said it was a 40-hour class, but for us, unfortunately, it is not a 40-hour class. I believe it's either a 2 or 3 hour class that we take, and we have to take it every year because it's a part of our de-escalation training with dealing with individuals with mental health issues. Standards of conduct. So this is the standard that we have to operate by. Officers should apply de-escalation techniques, use verbal communication effectively, and avoid using force unless absolutely necessary. So what that means, once again, if I could go back to the Sandra Massey case and everybody remembers that video. That's right. Him using force, and I'm going to say it, right? Him using force was not fucking necessary.
Deadly force.
Him using deadly force was not fucking necessary, right? And our training tells us to avoid using force unless absolutely necessary. This aligns with CIT training protocols and ethical obligations. Guys, we have encountered people under the influence of drugs, alcohol, and people that's just plain out motherfucking crazy, right? But we have to deal with them according to what they're giving us. But we also have to hold to the training that we are given at that same time. There's no way. I had a trainer when I was in police academy, and this stuck with me 12 years. He says, you always be kind and you be courteous with everybody, but you always have a plan to kill them.
That's right.
Because
very true.
Grandma
Very
could
true.
go crazy. And he showed us the video.
That's very true.
And he was like, how many of you, what do y'all think about that comment? And he was, you had people in the class, oh, blah, 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 blah. And he showed a video of this sweet lady. She wasn't like old. She was like, middle-aged, maybe late 50s. And the police came to the door looking for her son. And she was very nice. She was sweet. And one of the officers out back said, you hear him and faint in the back. He's running. This lady pulls a gun on the two officers in front of her and starts shooting.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, this is why I say you be kind, you be courteous to everybody. But before you knock on that door,
be ready to kill them. If
you have a fucking plan to duck, find cover, to be able to kill whatever negative is coming from that altercation, right?
Number 5.
Slide 5. Legal framework.
Legal framework, OCGA. Let's see here. What does Ms. Twinia says? How do you handle informants or witnesses in interviews? Okay, we're going to get to that in just a second here. Okay, legal framework, OCGA. Y'all see who the alcoholic is here. Covers Georgia's legal statutes such as OCGA 37-3-11, which allows officers to transport individuals to facilities for emergency mental health evaluations when they pose a threat to themselves or others, aka in the state of Georgia called 1013.
Yes, but one of the things I realized, coming up here in the Metro Atlanta area is that we don't transport like that. We give it over to EMS and they do that because there's been several. Why?
Because they're not under arrest.
That is true.
We only transport people that are under arrest. That's right.
Under arrest.
1013, you're under a medical psychological evaluation.
Yeah.
So we only transport people who violate the law and that are under arrest. If they take off running from me, do I give chase? And if they pull a brick and try to hit me with it, do I shoot them now? It just puts us in a very awkward, bad situation, right? So that's the reason why we don't do it. Standards of conduct. Officer must ensure that that they act lawfully following the legal protocols for involuntarily committed, preserving the dignity of the individuals during such interventions. In other words,
so what does that mean?
We're going to treat you with dignity and respect.
Yes.
If there are some departments that do allow you to transport someone to a psychiatric facility. Now, I take it back. Sheriff's offices in the state of Georgia do that sometimes.
Yes.
The hospitals will call them for 1013, and then you're legally bound to go with that deputy to a mental health facility.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we get calls like that all the time on there, but again, some departments stray away from it because of
there are liabilities. There are liabilities involved they don't want to deal with. So, case study number 1 provides an example of a successful intervention involving a police officer de-escalating a mental health crisis, emphasizing communication on empathy. Right. This example highlights the duty to use the minimum level of force and prioritize the safety of well-being of the individual in the crisis. And that is so true. And that is learned. I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, is that Mickey? Mickey 3. Mickey came with a goddamn another name. Go ahead and pull that up. It's
Okay,
Mickey 3.
so wait a minute. I want to talk about this real quick here.
Yes, because there was a lot.
So Jeff
in there.
and I had a case where we answered I think it was their service call or something like that, and the girl was clearly having a mental breakdown. When we're going through the course of evaluating her, stuff like that, we come to find out that this girl has a warrant for failure to appear.
Oh yeah.
Okay, remember that? She had a warrant for failure to appear. So then, now most cops would have probably slapped the cuffs on and been like, you know what, you can figure this out at the jail.
Yeah.
So, but what Jeff and I decided to do, and another colleague of ours that was working with us that day, we decided to say, listen, okay, fine. This girl's clearly going through a true bona fide emergency right now. I've actually done this twice.
Jail wouldn't have been it.
Jail wouldn't have been it for her. No. So, but she still does have a valid warrant on her. So what we did was we called down to the clerk's office and we said, hey, we explained the situation to her. This girl's clearly going through a mental thing, but she does have a warrant on her, blah, 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 blah. So they were able to recall that warrant and deal with it at a later time with the warrant for her, which sort of cleared us legally. It cleared her and stuff like that. Yeah. But having empathy like that for people is what
it goes
sets us
way.
apart. Okay,
yes, that's how it should be. Ramsey says, I wanted to ask this: what strategies do you use to combat organized crimes gang? You know what? Maybe next week, Ramsey, that should be our topic.
What's that? What do we say?
Ramsey wants to know, how do we strategize to use combat against crimes and gangs? I think they have mental health issues too, but that'll be another episode. But Ramsey, just for you, we might talk about organized crimes and gangs.
That might be a
next
good topic,
week. That might be a really good topic, Ramsey. So stay tuned. Stay with us. You've been with us from the beginning, so stay with us, and we will bring that up. Mickey, it's these two. Here we go.
If these two don't know
about crisis intervention training, then what is it?
This is JV's Squad Show. I don't know.
JV Squad Show. Okay, I don't know what it is. So Mickey, the only thing that we can say, once again, we have that training. And I brought you back, son, because you hit on all cylinders. We do have, we don't call it CIT. You had used the acronym that we don't use, but crisis intervention training is inside of a class that we take that's called de-escalation. And our de-escalation class talks about de-escalation of individuals that are inside of their mind, and it talks about individuals that are outside of their mind.
And also notice something else. These rules change all the time at post. So when I went through 30 years ago, I may not have taken that 40-hour block that was necessary to new recruits that are coming out today.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make us any it doesn't make us any none the wiser. It just makes it that times change and things change rapidly all the time during this thing. So that's what that is. Okay, number 7, handling persons under the influence. Okay, content discussion discusses the procedures for interacting with individuals who are intoxicated, including accessing their conditions, ensuring their safety, and avoiding unnecessary confrontation. If we can, that's the goal. We want to avoid unnecessary confrontations with intoxicated persons. But again, we can't continue to allow to break the law either.
Now, once again, man, you went to a call. We showed that video. What was that? Episode 10, where we went to that call at the dude at the spot on Toro Boulevard that was intoxicated with the gun. So dealing with individuals that are intoxicated, it's the same thing. We treat them with kindness, we treat them with care. We make sure, they don't have any weapons, they don't have any guns to hurt us, but we want to make sure that they won't hurt themselves. We have to treat them with care. Now, there are officers out there that do shady shit to these individuals, but guys, when you have the training that you have training, what did Mickey say? De-escalation training is one course. Crisis intervention Is another. You are JV squad at the point. Okay, Mickey.
Whatever. We can't. Okay, Mickey, we've answered it the best we can.
We've answered it, Mickey.
That. Yeah. Somebody said, Mickey, you're acting like you know everything. Just get to a place to sit down and watch. You're not watching the show when you mentioned that, right?
Mickey, listen to him, Mickey.
Right, just listen to him, Mickey.
Yes, but that is important. Dealing with individuals that, once again, outside of their mind,
that's right,
intoxicated. We have to treat them with care and take care of those individuals.
That's the goal. Are we able to do that all the time? No. Standard of conduct. Officers should ensure fair and respectful treatment of those under the influence, avoiding prejudices and applying safety protocols like conducting field sobriety tests properly. Now, that's a big one because there's been a lot of officers who have done field sobriety and the people legally were not intoxicated. And they still lock them up anyway.
So what do you mean?
They basically passed their gaze and eye stagnance test or whatever.
Horizontal gaze.
Right, all that other shit. And there were some cases where they didn't blow over the legal limit and stuff like that. These guys still lock them up for unsafe and all that other shit.
But they probably could have. Now, being a field sobriety officer, being a traffic, I was a traffic officer for 5 years. Being okay, where they might not have, but there was still evidence of unsafe activity in them driving, and it could be because I had a young man, his eyes, bro. I was telling this story before, right? You gotta pay attention, son.
Hold on a second.
I did. I seen it. I just ignored it.
Fuck you, Mickey.
I don't know these two clowns. Listen. Mickey is in his tidy whities in his mama's basement.
Hey, talking this shit. I've been waiting to do this here. Pull up that full of shit bell down there. Pull up Mickey. We got to give you Mickey.
No,
Mickey, yes. We're on the other side. Pull up all the way down the bottom. Yeah, Mickey, this is for you. Hit the full of shit bell. We've been waiting. You're the first person. This is for you, Mickey.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Well, listen, I'll tell y'all this. Mickey done changed his name about
30 different damn times. Man, you ain't whatever.
Mickey,
okay.
Listen. So yes. So when it comes to field sobriety, even with dealing with people under the influence, as an officer on the side of the road, we still have to be kind, still have to be courteous, still have to walk these people through this test, and we still have to evaluate them, even if they can't complete the test.
That's right.
We have to evaluate what we see and what they're doing and take those cues.
Right, absolutely.
If they can't finish the test, we have to articulate why this individual could not finish the test. And Your Honor, this is why I charged them with less safe, because this is what they were doing, as you can see the body camera. So that's how we have to deal with that. And if there's any GSP in here right now, hey, you understand the same thing. Y'all have to deal with it all the time.
Okay.
Oh, this is my drink. I got this.
Go ahead.
All right. Legal consideration of DUI, DWI. In Georgia, is DUI, under the influence. Some other states is DWI, right? So, overview of legal governing driving under the influence of alcohol in Georgia, such as OCGA 40-6-91, which defines the penalty. 391, excuse me. Which defines the penalty of driving under the influence or possession for DUI arrest. Standards of conduct: officers must uphold the law by accurately. That's the key word here. Mm-hmm. Accurately assessing intoxication levels, documenting evidence, and respecting the rights of suspects during an arrest or detention. Right. So what that means is, like I said, I was a traffic officer for 5 years, DUI certified, have done it all, have several DUI convictions, right? When we pull that individual over and we suspect this individual, FARQ says, Jeff, I think you will one day
invite Mickey
as a guest because he thinks he is something to share with us. You know what, baby girl, if I knew who Mickey was, I would love him to be on the show.
Mickey don't know who Mickey is.
But Mickey is one of those
trolls.
We call them keyboard ninjas.
Right.
He's gonna hide behind a computer screen. He'll never show himself to me. He'll never say, "Hey, this is me, XYZ." Because if he did, Mickey's probably a 5'3" dude. Don't get no pussy. He lives in his mother's basement. And it's okay, Mickey. Like, I get it.
5'3", you're giving him too much. He's probably 4 foot nothing.
I give him 5'3", 5'4".
I give him 4.
Mickey, I'm gonna
4
give you
foot
extra.
even.
5'4".
Right.
Lives in his
No,
mother's
4'5".
The only thing that Mickey got is that badge, and we call those.
If he has that.
If he got that, we have no idea if he got that. But Mickey talked like he got it. So
Mickey Googled that shit.
But I would love to have him on the show. I would love to talk to him because once again, I've been doing this for a long time.
I don't talk to ignorant
and
people.
I'm not one of those men that like, hey, if Mickey knows more than me, then
let's have it. But don't come on here trying to troll and stuff like that.
If Mickey got 30 years of hard experience, I'm at your feet, son. You could teach me something. I'm humble enough to say that.
Okay, well, he's at your feet,
but Mickey's behind a keyboard and talking shit. So anyway, we're talking about how we have to dictate the levels of intoxication.
Right.
So there's standard tests, right? It's called standard field sobriety. So it's from Georgia to California. There's a test, and we have to stick to it, right?
It's that person, just
right.
Gosh.
Yeah.
We knew it, Mickey. We knew it. Bitch. You weren't fooling nobody, Mickey.
Hey, listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you. Let me go back. So we have to identify if this person is under influence, right? Their conduct, whether it was in and outside of their lane, whether they were doing X, Y, Z, whatever they were doing, right? So we have to assess that. Document their evidence that we have to, whether it's body cam, car cam, we have to document what they were doing.
Right.
And then we have to respect their rights. What that means is we have to go through standardized field sobriety just like we would in practice. We have to. Now, if Mickey can't perform it probably Mickey. If Mickey can't perform field sobriety because he's so drunk, then you know what? All we have is our evidence. All we have is our body cam video.
That's right.
And we can still articulate how we think that Mickey is not, he's not
safe to drive and stuff like that. But still, we still respect Mickey. We still treat Mickey.
We still respect him
with dignity
and respect.
As we're locking his ass up.
Yes.
Okay.
As we take him to jail,
right?
We respect him.
Right. Okay. Number 9, case studies. Content provide a detailed scenario of a DUI arrest showing the challenges the officers face and how they adhere to the protocols to ensure a safe resolution. Mm-hmm. So that could be as simple as hey, get off the shoulder of the road, come over here on the grass so you don't get hit by a car.
I don't want to.
Right. And that happens.
I don't even want to get out the car.
That happens.
Why I'm getting out the car?
That happens all the time.
I'm not getting out.
And we are still expected to maintain a certain level of professionalism.
You still have to.
Right? Yep. Standards of conduct. Yep. Standard of conduct highlights the importance of the integrity and documenting the arrest process, protecting suspects' right. When you're reading them, the Miranda rights, or whether you're reading them the implied consent.
Yes.
That has to be read during a DUI.
Has to be read.
Stop. And assuring public safety during and after the intervention. But also, people, I'm going to tell you now, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is subject to an arrest of a DUI or whatever it is you may not think that you had that much to drink, and then you get pulled over and you've had more than what you think that you have had to drink, and it could end up in a trip to jail. My thing is that officer himself probably drove drunk before, probably, I don't know. Yeah. And hopefully you get you a decent officer enough to know that, hey, yeah, this guy made a lousy mistake, and yeah, he may have to go to jail, but we still treat him with dignity and respect. As long as he's treating us with dignity and respect. But even if like we still
have to treat that person because you got to think about it. I've had DUI arrests where this individual was completely inherent.
Yeah.
I've had to treat him like a baby.
Oh yeah.
There was one guy I never forget. I pulled him over. He almost hit me. We was going opposite ways. He almost hit me. So I turned around, blue lighted him, and my man was pissed on himself, was drunk. So I get him out there. I talk to him, and as soon as he talked to me, I could tell he's done. Go ahead and get out the car for me. So he's trying to get out the car. So I got my flashlight. I'm watching his hands. I get him out the car, and he can't walk.
Oh wow.
So I take his right shoulder and I push it against the car so he can kind of turn around.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see his steps. I was like, so you can't walk, so just stay right here. And so inadvertently I check him for weapons real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on his waist, but I realized this man had pissed on himself.
Wow.
And he smells like piss.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to him, words slurred. He can't really look at me, eyes just rolling. Like HGN is off the chain. I can see it before I even, I can't even take him through HGN.
Right.
Because he's leaning on the car. He can't even stand up. Those people, we still have to respect those people. Right. Because right now, when you pull that person over, they are in my care.
That's right. Care, custody, and control.
They're in my care. So if anything happens to this man, my body camera's on. If anything happens to this young man while he's in my custody, that shit's on me.
Right.
So I'm going to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know you drunk as fuck.
Right.
I can't take you through field sobriety. Based my body camera seeing you done pissed on yourself.
Right.
I'm describing in my body camera that, bro, you smell like straight piss. I'm leaning over so my body camera can see he had orange on. And you can see like
the piss
orange
things in them.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, come on, man. Like you're done. We'll arrest him. It was a done deal case. Pleaded guilty. It was done deal. But I still took care of him.
Right.
I saw him maybe a month later.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came to court, and he was with, I think his aunt or his mom, but he was with a lady that was older. And when we came up, and I told the judge, like, hey, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't refute anything. He was like, yeah, that's what happened. And he was walking out. He was like, bro, I want to thank you.
Wow.
Because, he said, this was my second DUI. But he was like, the way you treated me, like you could have been a dick, but you wasn't.
That's right.
And he was like, man, I want to thank you because this right here really woke me up.
Right.
And did he get a third DUI? I have no idea.
Right.
But we still have to treat
them with
anybody.
dignity and respect.
I have had women cussing, fussing, kicking, screaming, and it's like, ma'am, keep it together.
Right.
But we still have to treat everybody with that same respect, that same courtesy. So, yes.
Okay, slide 10. Community engagement and support. Content discusses the role of community programs and engagements in improving public understanding of mental health and substance abuse issues. It's a big problem in the world. Substance abuse and alcohol abuse is a huge problem in the United States. Mm-hmm. Standard of conduct also should build trust with the community through transparency, proactive communication, and involvement in local outreach programs to foster mutual respect.
Yes,
this is the reason why we do this
have
show.
Those training. Now this show, I was just about to say, this show is a community policing platform.
That's right.
Our platform, our foundation is based on community policing. Desiree says, Boy Scout badge. I agree with you, honey. This platform is a community policing platform. We do what we do, not for the police, because our police officers are trained.
That's right.
Right?
We do what we do for the community.
We do what we do for the community. We're the bridge that brings the two together. Right?
It may look a little funny. It may sound a little different. You may see us drinking our drinks,
or smoking
our cigars,
but
stuff like that.
But this is what we do to bring that shit together.
This is us.
Yes.
This is just us.
Because now our hope is that this community policing platform will engage in the community so much that the violence towards police officers will come down.
Damn, that's right.
Because we want you guys to understand how police officers think.
That's right.
While we do what we do, so that when you do what you do, it's like, hey, you know what? we understand each other.
Right.
I'm not gonna do this bullshit if you don't do your bullshit, and then let us not do bullshit together.
Right.
Right. If that makes sense.
And that is honestly why Jeff and I love doing the show.
Yes.
Because when I see the questions that are coming in today,
y'all was firing them motherfuckers.
That lets me know that, you know what, and it lets other cops know that, you know what, the community does have a vested interest in what we do. And not everybody hates cops.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't like the bad cops. We get that. Hell, me and Jeff and the rest of the good cops don't like the bad cops.
No.
We hate them just as much as you guys do.
Absolutely.
But we have those are few far and in between. And we have a lot of great men and women out there that's doing the job. Okay, we're going to hear it with these slides. Right. Slide 11.
You're on 11. All right. Mm-hmm. So in summary, the main point covered in this presentation and underscore is important of balanced mental health support for officers with proper procedures for handling individuals under the influence and individuals that are not under the influence. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, this main summary was, you know, how does the public deal with officers that are also going through a mental health crisis?
That's right. So
not just for you guys going through a mental health crisis, but sometimes officers are holding a lot of weight and they're dealing with a lot of shit too, right? Reaffirming the need.
Can you do me one favor? Can we play this one right here?
Oh,
one more thing I forgot to play for you guys.
We still got 1,000 people in here, so
yeah, I know. Yep.
Play the video.
One more second here.
Douglas County Sheriff's Office has released some surveillance video of the moments leading up to the shooting death in Atlanta police.
This is something that just happened here in Atlanta, and it's very sad. But it has to deal with this topic that we're talking about.
Yes, mental health disorders among law enforcement.
Who broke into a neighbor's home last week.
Authorities say they still don't know whether Aubrey Horton was having a mental health crisis or perhaps on drugs. They say they released the video in the interest of transparency and to dispel rumors. We want to warn you, it's hard to watch.
It's hard to watch.
Help me! My daughter was Jesus!
Stop, Jesus.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning last Friday in the St. Andrews Country Club neighborhood. Aubrey Horton rushed the door of a neighbor. The sheriff says they did not know each other.
Yes! Baby! Oh, I'm hungry! Help me! You're here! Oh.
The sheriff's office says the homeowner was concerned that Horton might harm his wife, who had just left for work. They had installed surveillance cameras after an early morning burglary attempt 3 years ago. You can hear the owner ask Horton if he needs help.
That is happiness, Leah.
Investigators did not release video showing Horton burst in when the owner cracked the door open or the sound of the shot when he fired in self-defense. The investigation continues, but in a news release, the sheriff's office says, after reviewing the available facts, we are confident that no charges will be filed against the homeowner. We're releasing video footage from the incident to provide additional clarity and transparency. In part, they say, in response to social media rumors suggesting a sheriff's captain owns the home. Not true, or that one of Horton's relatives had fled there after a domestic violence dispute. Also not true. The tragedy is all the more sad and shocking given that Aubrey Horton was honored just last month as Investigator of the Year for the Atlanta Police Department, which he had served since 2015.
So he's a vet. He's a vet.
It may be several months before the toxicology report is available.
So go ahead and pause that because I have a few things to say. So one of the things that I do have to say is, watching that video for me, like I said, I understand what we go through. Mm-hmm. Now, I can say things like, because there's a lot on my mind, I can say things like, we talked earlier about the whole Diddyization, where people,
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing, shit.
Oh,
about,
yeah.
About people drugging.
Yes.
We had that conversation.
Yes.
And that conversation was people putting stuff in other people's drinks, people putting things. Somebody said in the comments that Diddy put drugs in the baby oil. He got caught with 100,000 bottles of baby oil, some bullshit like that, right? But one of my questions was the way this man was acting. Did he smoke something? Did somebody put something in his drink? Did he ingest something? And that's his personal life if he did willingly. But at the end of the day, you still can't go to a neighbor's house and act in that manner. And when he's protecting his property, because he has the right, to protect his family, his property.
And again,
but I still hate it for that officer.
This job will put the pressure on you.
Yeah.
And this brings us to our last segment here, which is standard of conduct for police officers. And I'll run through them very quickly here. Number one is respect for all individuals. Also, officers should treat individuals with respect and dignity, regardless of their mental state or substance use. Use of de-escalation techniques. Officers must use verbal and non-physical tactics to diffuse potentially volatile situations. Adherence to legal standards. Officers must follow the law, including protocols for involuntary mental health holds and DUI and DWI arrest. Documentations and transparency. Accurate and detailed documentations of encounters ensures accountabilities and aids in upholding the integrity of the criminal justice system. Commitment to professionalism. Officers must maintain a professionalism in all interactions, even under stress, to foster trust and ensure public safety.
And that part sometimes can be very tough under certain situations. Bro, you know what I have not talked about, even in this, and we're about to conclude. You remember that time we got a call? It was me, you, and Tapani. And we got a call about a car that drove through a building.
Yes, I just seen the video on that.
And when me and Tapani got there was 3 ladies pinned under debris.
Why do you call him Trapani?
What do you call him? What's his name? Did I mispronounce it?
All fucked up and discombobulated.
Please pronounce his name correctly for me.
Giovanni.
Giovanni, if you're watching this, I apologize. You know that it's all love, brother. But me and him jumped in. There's people under debris. There was a lady pinned to her desk.
I remember.
The only thing that saved her was her desk was like carved out. Had her desk not been carved out, she would have been fucking cut in half. One lady was under the damn, like it was a lot going on. So when we talk about officers maintaining professionalism under stress and fostering trust with the public, that was a day.
That was a day, yeah. It was a heavy day.
You know, we had to get in there. Like there was no
y'all were throwing desks off of people and chairs and stuff like that.
People. There was a lady in the back office stuck. Like we had to get shit out there. We had to fucking damn near push the car off the wall just to get the lady that was under the desk. Like it was a lot going on, but I
just seen that video the other day. Brought back things. We might play that in a couple of seconds.
We should play that. We should play that because I know Henderson wanted to see it. He wanted to commend us about that. But and you wanted to jump over a desk, but you had a whole lot that was hindering you from doing that. But I'm just kidding, y'all. This motherfucker is very athletic. He can do that.
So, what resources do we have to answer that question? We talked about this a little bit earlier in the show. The police department does supplies for different resources and stuff like that. When we face very hard situations in job-related duties, the police department does. Yeah. There's also other outreaches out there, FOP, which are unions and stuff like that. Does also.
But the biggest thing that we hope for is like our family.
Oh yeah,
like that's the biggest thing because I told a story earlier about how my daughter saw me in a car chase. It was an accident because my phone was on a stand and she saw that, right? And so just going home to family, just being, interested in what we do and how we do it and talk about it over dinner or, fishing, doing the things that you love, right? That's the type of things that kind of bring that PTSD down, the shit that we go through down, and it means a lot. It means a lot, when you're in uniform and you're someplace and somebody say, "Hey, thank you for your service."
Right.
That little comment, that small comment, means a lot. Because there's a lot of people who don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
They don't care about us. And they'll walk up to you and say, you know what, I wish your child's hamster that.
I had one old lady, then we'll get out of here. I had one little old lady. She was in a wheelchair. She was like, baby. She was shaking. She's like, come here, baby. Come here. And I was like, oh, this sweet little old lady.
She slapped
She was like, pow! Come here. I've been downtown. I was like, yes, baby. Yes, baby. She's like, you ain't shit.
You lying. You lying, motherfucker.
I'm your boy, Daryl Triplett.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Thank y'all for being here.
Show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Join us next.
I saw that coming, you motherfucker.
Join us next Thursday, same time, 8 o'clock. We'll see you there. We love you guys. Peace out.
I love y'all, man. Thank you.
Hey, show's not over with yet. No, really, for real. Thursday.